Now, every day that I get to get out on the open road and enjoy any of the bikes in my collection, I feel like I'm blessed. And to be honest, I know that at 79 years old, this is not going to go on for another 35 or 40 years. But I do want to appreciate every chance I get to ride. I try to take advantage of even days that are remotely rideable. And guys, one and all, you can watch this in 4K. Just adjust your device accordingly. Well, it's another beautiful fall day. The only thing standing in the way right now, I need to adjust and clean the chain, pre-flight the bike, and we're out of here. I don't want to waste 1 minute of a day like today. Now, pretty much any time I check the chain for adjustment, I try to clean it at the same time, and I try to carefully go by and look for any links that don't look like they're in great shape. Now, I have found on the GS at one time, and I know I put it on video, a link that was getting ready to pop, and it had a lot of slop in it. But just by looking at it and inspecting it and cleaning it and lubricating it, I think you get the best chance at reliability and long life. And that's a Regina chain, by the way. Thank you, Vlad. I always want to clean the bike. Now, some of the people say, I don't like to clean the bike. Well, you don't have to. We could still be friends. But I like having a clean bike. That's just me. I know I've had a lot of good comments from people saying, yeah, I like a clean bike too. So I guess we could all be friends. That's the bottom line. Now, I always check the air pressure in the tires. That's one thing. And I monitor the tires constantly. Now, I'm at the point in the year now that I have to carefully think about lining up all of the maintenance that's going to be due when the fall is over and the winter really starts. I've already started making a list of things I have to do, and needless to say, get ready, feed the fish, get suited up here. It is just going to be one spectacular day today. I've owned this bike 15 years now. And in 15 years at meetups and out on the road and just riding around, I have run into a lot of people that had similar bikes. A 10, an 11, a 12, or an 09. This is an 09. And one thing, every single person, I have never run into a person yet that didn't really love that engine. That CROSSPLANE engine, I don't know exactly what it is. I know there's some electronic throttling stuff that goes on there, but it is just a bike that's always fun to ride. Now in 09, there were a lot of these on the road. They were a new thing. They were a hot thing. The magazines were in love with them. And Motorcycle Mall sold out very quickly, and I needed to make my bike unique in some way. Now, I had done a lot of modification early on the bike. The biggest one, of course, and I've posted that on the channel already, was making up the custom exhaust, which I've since abandoned and put stock exhaust back on because we are riding in some pretty populated areas on the way to get to the riding area, and I did not want to attract a lot of attention. Painting the wheels silver was a giant job, a monster job, and we have the set of Pirelli Angels on there still. They're wearing pretty good, but the front one is starting to show some signs of wear. every ride I get, I try to get some of it on these really twisty back roads. I just love these roads. They're shady, they're slippery from time to time, but it's just the nicest part of the ride. You can relax a little bit in between going through the gears. And some of the turns, there's only one problem. Some of them do have some little slippery spots or some stones. Now, every person has a little bit different idea of what they want to do to make the bike their own, what custom parts. I made 2 of the seat cowls that are in the back from scratch. I changed out the windshield to a lower windshield. The biggest one, of course, painting the wheels. Making those headlight inserts to make it look like Josh Hayes' race bike. That was a giant job. The muffler covers, the carbon fiber muffler covers, and they are not Yamaha parts. They are my own unique parts. A labor of love. A labor of love is giving it the benefit of a doubt. It took me a lot of time to do all of it. And I always think if you're happy riding a totally stock bike, there's nothing at all wrong with that. And we could still be friends. And if you want something with some mild custom bolt-on touches that you buy off the internet or you buy off of the dealer, well, that's fine too. And everybody in motorcycling should be friends. But then there's people like me that want to make parts. They want to have one-of-a-kind parts. In this case, I wanted to paint a lot of the flat black parts that were flat black. I wanted them to be shiny black. I wanted to have unique things that were unique to this motorcycle. And you don't really realize it until you start to do it. How many hours go into it? The tail tidy is a one-off that I made 2 of, one for the FZR, one for this bike. And those muffler covers, again, they are not the ones from Yamaha. Trust me, they are unique. And the radar detector, without that, I don't know where this whole thing would have gone. Now, in this area where I ride, there are a ton of lakes. I can't even count them. There's so many big lakes, little lakes, and they're so scenic. You can see now there's no wind blowing now, the reflection in the water. There's turtles walking across the street. There's birds, there's egrets around. This is just a beautiful, I say it over and over again, this is a beautiful part of the world to ride bikes in. Now, a lot of people don't understand why I put the stock exhaust back on the bike until you see these are the areas I have to ride through if I take the shortcut up to the riding area. It's either this or a lot of miles on Route 80. This is definitely the better of 2 choices for me. Now, on the weekends when we try to get a group together and go for a group ride, these roads are just perfect because everybody I've ever taken to this area seems to enjoy the relaxed atmosphere. There's just almost no traffic at all. And it's a little bit more fun than riding around in between traffic lights and radar traps and, oh my God, everything else that manhole covers missing and whatever. Anyway, this is a wonderful part of the world if you're a motorcyclist, and I try to enjoy it every single day. Now, a little shout out to my friend Henry Hawk, who sends me pictures on a regular basis. He's a tourer. He goes on tours with his Moto Guzzi. The last one was almost 9,000 miles. He sends pictures back. But Henry, this is a beautiful part of the country, so I'm returning the favor, sending you some nice pictures. One of the places I really like to always take a little stop and look around this is Lincoln Park Airport. It's not Nairobi Airport. Nairobi Airport up in Upper Greenwood Lake in West Milford. They do a lot of skydiving. They do some other interesting stuff. They have from time to time an AT-6 there, helicopters. Lincoln Park has electric airplanes. They're experimenting with them. they're always on display. You never can get in and really get close to one, but I've seen one take off and fly, and this is a spot. There's a long story, not to get into it now. I got from Rob's father for his birthday, we got him a flying lesson. He had an interest in aviation, and this is where we went. It's a nice place to stop when you've been out on a road for 2 or 3 hours. You want a cup of coffee or a burger, especially on a weekend. You can eat outside and watch the planes take off and land, and it's a beautiful little spot. Whether you're on a motorcycle or whether you're in a car, or if you just have some interest in general aviation, Lincoln Park Airport, a very friendly place. And all the hours and all the time I spend into customizing this bike, make it my own. On a day like today, I feel like the king of the universe, riding around on this and just having beautiful roads to ride on, absolutely beautiful weather, and a bike that's stone reliable, always fun to ride. I don't think it'll ever go out of style, and maybe in a roundabout way it'll become a collector bike someday. Anyway, it's time to get back to the farm and see what Karen's doing, harvesting tomatoes or picking flowers or what. Just an absolutely fabulous ride, a beautiful day. This bike never ever disappoints you, never ceases to scare you. Anyway, I hope you did enjoy sharing us on this ride, and thanks again for watching. So if you are new to our channel and you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. We also cover riding in all different seasons that are as appropriate as we can. We like to do graphic and paint work from time to time. Usually it's in the winter. We hang out with our friends, try to get their bikes on the videos too. We love to do evil twins. Anybody that knows what an evil twin is will enjoy the channel. We do carbon fiber repairs, some of the things that you will not find anywhere else on the internet. General maintenance on motorcycles. And we try to get a video out almost every day. Sometimes they're about our model railroad or our experience with model airplanes or with antique bikes or with the first super bike, the GS 1100E. But in the end, of course, it's about having fun with whatever motorcycle you ride. And we do enjoy every type of bike. That's the problem. Life is too short. And I love every one of the bikes in my humble collection. And probably some of the bikes in your collection I'm jealous of. And of course, the one Karen got me for my birthday, my beloved MT-09. And thanks for supporting the channel, and thanks so much for watching.